Hi guys, I'm cKnoor. I have played a lot of Blood Bowl, and sooner or later, hopefully sooner, Blood Bowl 2 is going to be out. And there are a lot of things that I wish to be in Blood Bowl 2, and I realize not all of them are going to be in the game. Like, there are some things that I think would be really neat that might not even be possible, because I am not a programmer. And I don't know what's going on. But I figured I do have some suggestions, and I can either keep them to myself and just be a bit grumpy about it, or I can make a video and through the magic of the internet hope that the Cyanide devs actually see it and agree, well, unfortunately we can't do that. Maybe that's a cool idea, or we don't have time. Honestly, I don't expect anything from this wish list to actually be in the game. Well, to a certain extent. And I don't actually expect a response either, but I felt like I've got some things I need to get off my chest. So, in this video, I am going to go through my Blood Bowl 2 wish list. It's going to be divided into 3 parts. The first one is actually what I expect to be in Blood Bowl 2, and if they're not, I'm going to be a bit disappointed. What I would like to see in Blood Bowl 2, and finally, what probably won't be in Blood Bowl 2, but would be kind of neat if they were. Or maybe for Blood Bowl 3, who knows? Let's get to it, shall we? What I expect from Blood Bowl 2. Well, first of all, I expect Blood Bowl 2 to be rules complete up to the latest version of the rules, which should be like the competitive rulebook something. The current version, Blood Bowl Chaos Edition, is not rules complete. Some of the rules are wrong, and some of the races are missing. There are also not all of the star players in the game, nor are the cards that are in the proper version of the game in Blood Bowl Chaos Edition. So here's what I expect. I expect Chaos Pact, the race, to be in the game. I expect all the star players to be in the game. I expect the cards to be in the game. And I expect the rules and the skills to work the way they're supposed to work, because it actually kind of matters. One example is that in the current version, Blood Bowl Chaos Edition, kick doesn't work as intended. You're supposed to, after you've kicked, you're supposed to decide, do I want to use the skill kick or not? You have an option. In the current version, you don't. And there are a few others, but I don't want to bore you with all of them. So, those are the things I expect. Oh, and better UI and league management. But I'll be honest, I think Cyanide and the Blood Bowl 2 devs are actually on that one already. The UI for Blood Bowl Chaos Edition is pretty horrible. Now, I'm used to it. I've played over 400 hours of Blood Bowl Chaos Edition, so I kind of know where stuff is, and I still fuck up from time to time. That means the UI is a bit bad. It could be better, and I hope it is. But I am not a UI person, so I don't really have that many suggestions for how to fix it. Those are the things I expect. There are some things I want to be in the game, and it would be awesome if they were. If you paid attention, you may have noticed that I didn't mention the race Slan in my expected category, and that's because there's a rumor going around that is, as far as I know, not confirmed, but that Games Workshop, that holds the license to Blood Bowl, doesn't like Slan because they're a team of frogmen, basically, and apparently that doesn't fit into the theme of Blood Bowl. Personally, I think that's kind of silly. I like Slan as a team, but I'll be honest, I don't really expect them to be in the game as such. It would be awesome if they were, but I don't expect it. What would be nice, though, is to have a team that has the same skill and positional makeup as Slan. I don't care if they're frogmen. They can be gnomes with, like, mechanical gear or something else. There are a lot of creative people at Cyanide and at Games Workshop. I'm sure they can figure something out. I just want there to be a team that has the same skills and the same positionals as Slan, so you can effectively play as Slan, except they're not mutated frogmen. They're something else. I don't care what they are. I just want the team itself to be in the game, because they play very differently from most other Blood Bowl teams. So to have them in adds a little extra to those of us that have played too much Blood Bowl. I want there to be a better distinction between the different skills of the positionals. As it is now, I usually play from a top-down perspective, so I see all my players from behind. That means it's really hard for me to distinguish which one of my catcher has what skill and which one has something else without clicking on them. Now, that's fine, but playing with the Community Light mod pack and playing with Lizardman, you realize, oh, there's a bunch of extra skins that color the big Saurus differently. And once you have that in, it's actually much easier because you can, oh, that yellow Saurus has that skill. That's my Blitzer, and this is my that skill. I don't expect there to be differently colored humans. That's not what I expect. But it would be nice if the skins distinguished themselves a bit more. So perhaps it would be easier to distinguish between different players on the pitch. That would be really nice. I would also want there to be the rosters on the loading screen. Now, this might seem a bit strange for some. Let me explain how it works now. When you get a game in random matchmaking, you're faced up and you go and buy, if you get money, you go and buy like Bloodweiser Babes or whatever. And at that point, you can actually look at your opponent's team and see what skills he or she has. And then you get the loading screen, and the loading screen takes like 2 minutes usually. Actually, it's probably less, but it feels like 2 minutes. It would be super cool if, rather than just looking at a wicked sick picture of an elf and a chaos warrior on the loading screen, have the actual rosters come up. Because that way, I'll be wasting less time, because I can look at my opponent's roster while the game is loading. So there's actually no wait anymore. It's just, here's more information that you can partake in while the game loads in. I'm not sure that's possible. Maybe it is. I hope it is. Maybe the Blood Bowl 2 devs haven't thought about it. If they haven't, there's an idea. Make that happen, please. It would be really neat and pretty cool if something like that could be in the game, making it easier to see your opponent's roster rather than once again just clicking on his dudes once you're in game. Because if you're playing short games, you don't really have time to click on your opponent's dudes too much. You want to like get going. So spending the downtime that you have looking at the roster seems like a smart idea to me. I would also want better live spectate support. This is, like, it's one of them things that on paper shouldn't really matter because Blood Bowl is a one-on-one game. You're playing against an opponent. But I realize that there are a lot of leagues and tournaments in Blood Bowl, and it's actually kind of nice to be able to watch a game in client and to see it live as it happens. There is a replay system in Blood Bowl Chaos Edition, but it doesn't actually sync up too well. If you and a friend want to watch the same game, there's no real way of syncing that up so you both see the action at the same time without pausing and unpausing in weird ways. So hopefully we can get some better spectating updates. That would be super excellent. Lastly, cool shit that would be really neat if it actually happened. This is a weird one because, like, you can say pretty much anything. But as an old Blood Bowl coach, what would be kind of cool is the freedom to manage a league pretty much however you want. And I know Cyanide and Focus have come out and said that there's going to be many more options for league commissioners. That's not exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, here are the skills. Here are a bunch of different models you can use for players. Like human players, blah, blah, blah. There's a bunch of them. We don't need new ones. But it would be cool if you could make your own race roster. Like a special version of the humans. Or maybe you want to try something else. And then you can put that together and run a private league and have that team as an option. I don't really expect that to happen. Like, actually, I don't expect it to happen. But it would be cool if it did, because it opens up to so many different possibilities. And, like, great new races and stuff I haven't thought about. I've played a lot of Blood Bowl, and I'm kind of stuck in my thinking. So someone might come in and go, hey, how about this type of team? We can play that. And stuff like that would be kind of cool. Or at least it would maybe come as a breath of fresh air. Who knows? I don't expect it, but it would be kind of cool if it happened. And I think that's pretty much it, actually. I've said my piece. I'm sure you guys have some amazing suggestions as well. You can post them in the comments below. And if you agree with me and you feel like, yeah, I'd want to see this too, and you don't mind sharing and linking the video, please do. I usually don't ask you to do that because if it's important, I'm sure you'll do it anyways. But since I'm like, you know, I'm opening up my heart. No, I'm not. But if you agree with me and before it's too late, maybe we can influence the game somehow. I don't know, but I feel like if I don't say anything, I don't say anything. So I might as well say something. Hopefully, I've been able to try and convey my thoughts and feelings for Blood Bowl 2. I am really looking forward to it. It's going to be fun to experience a new version of Blood Bowl. Hopefully, it'll be good. I mean, I'm going to play it anyways because it's freaking Blood Bowl. But it would be lovely with a version that has a good UI and that's, you know, user-friendly so that when you bring a friend in to play Blood Bowl, it's not confusing. It's easy. Oh, and I probably want a better tutorial. But, I mean, I already know how to play the game, so that's not important to me. But I do know that there are a lot of people out there that want a better tutorial. See you later, guys. And Blood Bowl 2 devs.